For a closer look at the local market, I spoke with Marcus Padley from Patersons Securities earlier tonight. Marcus Padley, the local market off another 1.5% today. I mean, the big factor still seems to be Europe.
Well, of course it is, Tiki, and I think what's happening in the last week or two and heading into this German court decision on Thursday is the market's really realised that Germany's come to a point where it's either going to commit to Europe or not commit to Europe. And if it doesn't, and if this court decision stops them anyway, then we could see almost a euro collapse is what the bears are suggesting, in which case this is not a time to be in equity markets. As far as our market's concerned, we are anticipating a drop on Wall Street tonight. The futures have got thumped over there, and we are in trepidation of this German court decision, which could throw Europe into disaster. And we've seen overnight, European banks down 6% as a sector, which is the lowest in 29 months. And some of the individual banks like Deutsche Bank down 10% or so, and running scared of just what is their euro bond exposure if everything goes to pot in Europe. And suddenly banks are worrying about who they're lending to and borrowing from. And, we've got the beginnings of another global financial crisis starting, as if we didn't know. Basically, the market's not safe, and all the markets are beginning to reflect that. People are just getting out of the way.
All sounds very grim. And no surprise then the Reserve Bank left it steady today on rates?
Yes, they are. They've definitely moved from a tightening bias to more neutral now. And if you see what's actually happening in the market, the Commonwealth Bank today dropped fixed rates following some of the other banks. It's quite clear interest rates are peaking, and people who are looking at term deposits are going to be thinking to themselves, "Oh, maybe I better lock in now because the rate's going to be lower in 3 months' time."
Couple of stocks, and reportedly Macquarie Group is looking to pay about $6 billion for an aircraft leasing business belonging to Royal Bank of Scotland.
Yes, it has been going on a while, but apparently bids have to be in by Friday. Macquarie's one of the bidders. There are a lot of bidders. So Macquarie may be in the frame. Share price was down today. Share price has been, has almost halved since January this year. So I'm not sure the deal's really going to do them any good, and people are a bit cautious anyway of an investment bank in a falling market. So I don't think it's going to be a good catalyst at this point.
And still in the UK, and NAB, rumours about some sort of play there.
Yes, rumours that they are going to buy, I think, off private equity, 600-odd branches of the Lloyds Bank. They currently own Clydesdale Bank, which is, I think, rooted in Glasgow, and Yorkshire Bank. They just don't have critical mass in the UK. And I think the idea is that they're going to buy 600 branches. They'll end up with almost 1,000 branches in the high street in the UK, and that'll give them critical mass and an entity to either list or sell. The general impression is they are trying to get out of the UK. They've got to bulk up in order to do that.
And Transfield has picked up rather an important NBN contract.
Yes, NBN contracts are the one solid area of our market, any company that can do anything for the NBN at the moment. And Transfield's done quite well. Picked up a contract, could be worth 385 million over 4 years, but it's only 60 to 70 million of revenue this year and next year, which is only about 2% of revenue in total. So it's not that big a deal, but it's obviously quite positive. Share price didn't actually go up on the back of it, although it is quite good.
Marcus Padley, thank you for joining us.
My pleasure, Tiki.